6th seed, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
where they're going to face the Bucks, but they might actually have a chance because Giannis is going to be out with, I believe, a leg injury.
Really?
And, yeah, without Giannis,
That's
I don't know
news
what
to
the
me.
Bucks are going to do.
Yeah.
One of the only, actually 2 of the 3 main MVP candidates, other than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on the Thunder, are out due to injuries. Embiid is out, and he was leading the 76ers in every single basic stat.
That's bad, man.
Yeah, so Tyrese Maxey's going to have to step up, but
Yeah. I guess it's the time. You know?
it's his time.
It's his time, his calling.
Who do you think's going to win that game, the Pelicans-Kings?
I don't know, man. I think I've got my money on the Pelicans personally.
Really?
But, yeah, we'll see. You know, rooting for Williamson and just come in here.
Yeah. Hopefully he shows up, but I don't know. I'm more excited for the actual playoff games. I mean, mostly the Bucks-Pacers because, of course, my co-commentator, Ethan Locke, has the Pacers over the Bucks, and Jennings was telling me this morning that he's so mad because Giannis is out that Ethan might actually be right.
Because Ethan Locke just said Pacers in 6.
Get out of here, Ethan.
Dude.
That's enough out of you.
Ban him.
Yeah, ban him.
Ban him
He's
from the
banned.
chat.
Wow, that was crazy. Ethan, you're banned. But they might actually win now. I mean, Halliburton's been playing out of his mind alongside, I can't think of his name. Their rookie last year, I can't think of his name. But
Yeah.
All right, so Kings-Pelicans. You think the Pelicans are going to win if Zion shows up?
That's what I'm going to go with.
I think I'm going to say
Don't quote me on it. Do quote me on it.
Yeah, do quote you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
They're going to win, and then everyone's going to look at me, and I'm going to be like, hey, I told you.
Like, look at this handsome guy just said
Mhm.
said the Pelicans are going to win.
Exactly.
I think the Kings are going to win. I think Fox and Sabonis will have some sort of crazy show out where they just dominate
Pop
the
off.
court. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're missing both of their starting shooting guards. They're missing Kevin Huerter and Malik Monk, so that's going to be rough because those are 2 of the best shooters in the league. And Monk is one of the most athletic players. He adds a lot of spacing to the floor.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a decent game. And then
I think so, yeah.
after that, tonight, that was the Pelicans, Lakers, Kings,
that's
Warriors
tonight.
was yesterday. But tonight we got Bulls, Hawks,
Yeah.
and 76ers versus the Heat. And when we were looking at the last time I checked in on Jimmy Butler, he had dreads. And Owen's looking at the Heat stats before the show, and he has, like, literally 2000s emo hair. And I don't know what's going on over there, but there's got to be something with the Heat.
It's interesting, man. There's something different.
It's straightened,
But, like,
dyed black,
maybe
and
he's
hanging
starting
in
a
front of one
trend.
eye.
He's starting a trend.
He's starting a trend.
Mhm.
I think he's bringing back an old trend.
Okay.
I think-
he's restarting the trend.
Okay.
If he's starting a trend, I don't think it's catching on very well.
Would you do that hairstyle?
Yeah, just for
For him?
him.
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
I practically have it. I just need, like,
Not really.
What do you think? Would
You'd have
you-
to, like, triple the
need to,
length.
like, grow
Jadon,
out my
would you hop on that trend with Jimmy Butler?
I was gonna permanently straighten my hair tonight, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think
I
so?
was thinking about
Okay.
it,
Hey, tune in tomorrow. See Jadon with his new
Tune in.
style.
yeah. To our vlog, we're stopping by the beauty class.
Yeah. For
Yep,
real.
they're gonna straighten my hair. Give me a perm.
I mean, but yeah, regardless, Jimmy Butler's he's still
Give me an
putting up
opposite perm, yeah.
he's still putting up good points. You know, 20.8 is his average per game.
20.8. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, decent numbers.
Decent, I guess.
You've got another comment that says, "Let's go straight hair all the way."
Oh my gosh.
Thanks, Lana. I mean, thanks, commenter.
The kid's sitting over there in the corner with
Yeah,
her
missed out on
computer.
that.
No, Stami, she's not here. She's watching.
Okay.
obviously.
Shit.
No one knows who Lana Diamond is.
Okay.
We'll see.
Thank you.
She is not the Cantu that we know. But yeah, let's
Let's focus on the actual game
let's
now.
talk about the Bulls game before we delve into the Heat game.
Yeah.
You're a Bulls fan, right? Or a pre-Bulls fan? You used to be?
I used to be, yeah.
Used to be a little bit. Used to keep up a little bit. We've got a Bulls
little
fan
bit.
in the room, but it's not looking too great for them.
Yeah.
They're sitting at the 9th seed. They finished 39-43. The Hawks are 36-46. All right, before we get into the game, I like the play-in tournament. I like the concept of it, but like a team that went 36-46 should not be in the postseason. Like,
Yeah.
even if they get to it, they're not beating the Celtics.
That's a good point.
Speaking of seeds, I was talking to Jennings the other day because I hadn't kept up with basketball in a little bit. That's what sparked this show. And the Knicks are the 2nd seed, led by Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle. Julius Randle's out right now, so I mean they'll probably beat whoever wins the Heat Sixers game because they'll become the 7th seed. But like, how are they the 2nd seed? They don't have any depth really. They have a young team, and Jalen Brunson is coming off of being the backup player to Luka Doncic in Dallas. It's just so shocking to me. Like, I know when he got there he was doing well, but I didn't know they were doing that well.
Yeah.
But talk to me a little bit about the Bulls and what you think how you think they're gonna do.
I mean, they've been doing good. DeMar DeRozan is leading the Bulls with 24 points per game. His last game, he actually marked his 4th game in a row where he dropped over 30 points or higher. So, I mean, hopefully he can stay on that track in these upcoming games. You know, that would be a big help. But the problem is they have a lot of people who are questionable or injured. You know, like Julian Phillips, he's not going to be playing in tonight's game. Andre Drummond, he's questionable.
Yeah, and Ayo Dosunmu as well.
Yeah.
Who's been a good young help.
Can we talk for a second about why Andre Drummond is hurt?
Why is he hurt?
Did you not see that failed alley-oop to himself attempt by...
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, God. What was his name? I don't remember.
I did not
One
see
of the
that.
Bulls players did a failed alley-oop attempt off the backboard
Oh.
of himself, and it was an epic disaster.
I'm going to have to check that out.
Drummond ended up getting hurt on the play.
Jeez.
Wow, that's
An
wow.
epic disaster.
What a fall off
it
for
was
Drummond.
probably the worst NBA play I've ever seen.
Really?
Including JaVale
I'm going to have
McGee
to look it
plays?
up then after this.
Oh wow.
I'm
Yeah,
surprised
we'll
I
have
haven't
to-
seen it.
Keep going.
We'll find that clip later.
Yeah. For sure.
Um,
But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. It's, you know, it's kind of questionable how they're going to be doing.
I know you don't know much about Drummond, but back when he was playing on the Pistons in his prime, also Miss Diamond, I won't stand for this disrespect. You're banned, and we're fighting after the show ends.
What the heck?
Throw down the parking lot.
Anyways, yeah, after school, you and me, parking lot. Andre Drummond, I went to see him. That was my first ever NBA game, and and he was in his prime where he was averaging like 15 rebounds a game. He started the trend of centers averaging way too many rebounds. Well, he didn't start that trend, but he brought it back from the 90s.
Yeah.
But he also had the worst free throw form I've ever seen in my entire life, and
Really?
it was so memorable. And he was just like such a good player back in the day, and now he's barely a role player,
Yeah.
and it's so disappointing.
Man, it's sad. when
And the Bulls,
people-
of course, they picked him up right at the end of his career. They picked D-Wade up right at the end of his career. It's been a rough 10 years.
It's
for the
sad
Bulls.
watching those stars, you know, just kind of like fade out and just kind of cease to exist in a way,
Supernova.
you know? What?
Yeah, that's true. And then for the Hawks, you mentioned the Bulls are missing a lot of players. The Hawks are missing 4 players.
Damn.
They're missing Onyeka Okongwu, Jalen Johnsons, and Sadiq Bey, and Seth Lundy. Seth Lundy won't be a huge loss for them, but the other 3 are pretty big. Sadiq Bey is one of the youngest rookies in the year. I believe they traded for him from the Pistons, I think. I'm not sure. I feel like the Pistons had like every single young player in the league a couple years ago, but Jalen Johnson was averaging their 4th most points. He was averaging 16. And speaking of that, the Hawks, including injured people though, so it might be like off because their stats are still counting, but including injured people, they have 8 people averaging more than 10 points per game. So like they've been playing great statistically, but they finished the season 36 and 46. Like it's just been such a bad showing. But it was Torrey Craig.
Looks like we might be having.
Why is Torrey Craig
clip.
throwing self alley-oops?
The clip might be coming in here of this amazing fail. We'll have to
Because
see.
of our wonderful producer,
Yeah.
Mr. Jennings.
Here we go. Live
Let's watch
reaction.
this. Yeah, live reaction.
They can't see.
That's Torrey Craig
I
right
know.
there.
You
Running
guys
up, he
will have to
throws it down.
imagine. Oh my God.
Andre Drummond's still running though.
Watch.
Oh, and there goes D Rose.
That's yikes.
Why they both went up for the dunk? Because why would Torrey
Wait, I
Craig?
saw that.
Why would he go up for
I actually saw that. I saw him laying on the ground. There was a bunch of stuff. How did I see that?
Yeah, no.
But I saw
No,
that.
I
and you
saw
guys
that
didn't.
clip, but I just assumed it was old.
I just thought he was just being dramatic.
That's what happens though when you know, that's karma for you right there. I mean, if
Why
that's,
would he throw it for himself?
if that's not an example of karma, I don't know
Look at
what
that,
is.
look at that. Bam.
Oh,
Drummond had a better.
Yeah. They didn't even make the dunk.
Torrey Craig
They
did.
didn't even make the dunk. It wasn't worth it. That's so
It is.
embarrassing. Oh my goodness.
Drummond had it timed. He had it perfect. Torrey
Oh
Craig
my
out-
God.
out-
Look at Cody. Look at
he
Kobe
outthrew
White.
himself.
Kobe White in the background, just like, what are you doing?
Anyways, go
Oh
ahead.
my goodness.
all right, yeah. Well, that's absolutely insane. I mean, I don't even know what to say about it. You know?
That's yeah.
I'm just like, what are you doing, man? I get that, like, if that
Nate,
goes
what are you
right, it
doing,
looks
man?
so cool, but like when it goes wrong, man, it goes wrong. You know, I mean, that's just proof of it.
Wow, that's okay. Yeah, they've been having a rough season, as you can tell. I didn't even know they had Torrey Craig.
I know.
Who signed
He
Isaiah?
just signed like a couple weeks ago.
Didn't someone just sign Isaiah Thomas again?
Yeah, yes.
I don't. Was it the Celtics? He's on the. Oh no! Wait, never mind. I think he's on the Suns right now. Okay. So he's on the Suns. I think he's playing as a backup right now. He did play in the last couple games, but he had one of the biggest rises to fame of all time in terms of basketball because of the fact he's 5'9". I don't know why I'm bringing up Isaiah Thomas. That just made me think of it, is the fact that they just got
Yeah.
Torrey Craig, but contrary to popular belief, or not contrary to popular belief, but contrary to how the season has been going, the Bulls have not done anything but win, basically. But all we do here is win, and with that being said, let's take a listen to DJ
Yeah.
Khaled. All I do is win.
All I do is win.
Yeah.
A classic. All you beautiful people, and welcome back to Out of Bounds. That song's a classic, as well as the one they're talking about, Space. I don't remember, but in NBA 2K16, I just remember hearing that song all the time.
Yeah. It's a classic.
So thanks to our great producer for finding that.
Yeah.
Um,
The memories, man.
but let's talk about the Sixers and the Heat, yeah?
yeah, for sure.
So I know I already talked about Embiid being out, and that's awful for them because, of course, he's leading in every single stat. But they do still have some players. Tyrese Maxey has been incredible for them over the last 2
Yeah.
seasons. He's really come into his own and like shown that he can do.
Yeah, he stepped up.
Yeah, he can do
Showed
anything.
they can
'Cause-
be up there at the top with him.
right, 26 points, 4 boards, 6 assists, and a steal every night. Like those are
Yeah,
solid stats.
Those
Like,
are, yeah.
those are superstar numbers, and he's putting them up at a very young age.
A lot of potential, definitely.
Yeah, a lot of potential. But as I was looking at all this and looking at the bracket over, I realized that the Spurs weren't in it, which I know they haven't been doing great, and they started off terribly. And then all this stuff with Chet versus Wemby, as we talked about on like one of the first episodes of Out of Bounds. Wemby really came into his own. He's statistically having a better season than LeBron in his rookie season. Which is wild because, I mean, there were already talks before Wembanyama got in the league that he was going to be the GOAT, but we've seen so many busts lately that it's been hard to believe that sometimes. Yeah. But who's on the Heat that we should look out for?
I mean, right now on the Heat, your top kind of scorers are Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero, with both of them having a 20.8 points per average game, you know?
Yeah, Tyler Hero a couple seasons ago wasn't really doing much statistically, but everyone was calling him like really good, and I didn't believe them. But he's shown me up. I mean, they did the same thing with Kendrick Nunn, and then they traded him to the Lakers, and he's a bum. But
Yeah. I mean, the one injury, too, is Terry Rozier. He's been ruled out for tonight's game against the Sixers. So.
that shouldn't be huge.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a big playmaker over in Boston, and a little bit when they sent him to the Clippers, or not the Clippers, the Hornets.
I don't think it's a huge, I don't think
Terry
that's
Two Toes,
a devastating
but
miss. You know?
no, absolutely not. I mean, he's pretty good, but there was one other player on the Heat who was pretty good, right?
One other player. You were talking about Bam.
Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, I cannot say that name. He's averaging 19.3 points per game and 10.4 rebounds per game. So, I mean, yeah, he's been putting up the stats,
He's a big
too.
boy, yeah. He fell off for a couple seasons alongside Hassan Whiteside because the Heat just couldn't let Hassan go. He's a good defender, but yeah, I don't know. You just can't hold on to him for that long because he doesn't really produce anything other than rebounds and blocks.
Right, yeah. That's just kind of his little element there.
Yeah, it just makes me sad because I loved having him on my team whenever I played NBA 2K, but...
Yeah. The memories, man.
Speaking of, we just finished up another postseason in a different form of basketball in March
Sure.
Madness, and I mean, Jack made a video about it, which was pretty good. I wish there were some more graphics, like head-to-head graphics, because I think those are always fun. But the
Definitely
Huskies won, right?
Encourage you guys to go check that out. But yes, the Huskies did
Yeah,
win.
fire segment.
Yes. The Huskies took it home.
They beat Purdue by double digits, right?
I believe so, yeah. It was a sad performance for Purdue, man. Man, just coming all that way, and then they choked in the end.
Didn't Purdue fail last year though?
They lost to the 16th seed, right?
Yeah, and it was
Yeah,
like a
last
big
year,
deal.
yeah, they choked, and then
Yeah.
this year, they
Yeah.
went all the way, but
This
just
year
it was
When-
sad. I was sad, man.
went up against the Huskies and just handed them their second in a row, back to back.
Kind of like the Super Bowl, back to back for the Chiefs.
Haven't they won 4 in a row, or they've just been there 4 times in a row?
I don't think they
They were there in
They
2020.
definitely have not. Because what was it? Was like the
Was it 1-1, lost 1, 1-2? Okay.
yeah.
Is it Jennings? Who are you looking for next season in the NFL?
In the NFL? Oh, it's Bears.
Of course.
Yeah.
Bears is
You
the
think
only
they're gonna
right
win?
answer.
You think they're gonna win?
Caleb Williams. That's all I got.
No more Justin.
Has the draft
Jefferson.
already happened?
Nope. Week and a half.
But you're gonna get Caleb Williams.
What if you don't? What if they don't?
Well,
though?
we have
That's
first
a good
pick, right?
question. But what if they just mess up and don't choose him? Couldn't you see it? Because I feel like I could see it. They just don't. They're like, eh.
Why Why are you playing with my emotions?
I'm just telling
I know this is
you.
off
No,
topic.
they will.
That's what
But
I
what
do.
about what
that's what I
about
do
the
with
fact
my
that
dad.
Fields is going to be off the team now? You know,
Yeah.
Fields got.
Well, that's what
traded.
I'm saying. Yeah,
Look,
they got
I'm
rid of
happy
Fields.
that Fields is off the team. If they screw it up and end up drafting somebody other than Caleb at number 1,
Mm-hmm.
they kind of put themselves in a corner now to where they have to draft him number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because by them getting rid of Fields before the draft, that kind of puts them in that hole. Because they could turn around if they had kept Fields, they could have turned around and
Right.
kept drafted Marvin Harrison. But what I wanted them to do was I wanted them to trade away the draft pick. I wanted another haul like they got last year, because last year had to be one of the best trades in the NFL in a very long time. For them to be able to get DJ Moore and the draft picks that they got, that was insane. That's what I was looking for this year, but they didn't do it. Instead, they got a 6th-round pick for Justin Fields,
Yeah.
a guy that they traded up for less than 4 years ago.
Yeah, they just need to stick with somebody. I feel like, or find somebody good.
Now,
I mean-
It's a good
I think
question.
getting rid of Fields was the right decision.
Yeah.
Even though there was people that cried about it.
Caleb
It's-
Williams.
Yeah,
ha-
somebody.
I don't know. I don't know if
I'm
I'd
not
trust him with
sold
the
on
whole
Caleb
future.
Williams, I will
Yeah,
tell
I
you.
mean that's gonna be he's gonna be first pick, but I don't know. I don't know if I'd risk my whole future
I've
for it. I
told
mean,
you guys before. Here's why I don't like Caleb Williams. Anybody that they come out and they say is a generational talent,
yeah,
which
most
I've
of the time.
heard thrown around with him for months. When is the last generational talent that has actually gone on to be successful in the NFL?
That's a good point.
Yeah,
I
because
can- I can
Justin
tell
Fields
you
was a
one.
generational talent, and
I
he
can
wasn't.
tell you one,
C.J. Stroud has been doing great.
but he was not a generational
He's not
talent.
a generational talent, but he's good. He's a good starting quarterback.
Who is the last one? Do you know?
Patty,
No, he wasn't a generational talent.
they didn't.
No, there was a lot of questions. Huh?
There's not one quarterback.
I guarantee you Ethan knows. I'm surprised he hasn't messaged.
Ethan quit.
Like a really, really good player.
He got
Somebody
so mad
that
he
they
didn't leave.
say is a
Is it-
can't-miss prospect.
That one guy.
No.
That's what I said.
No, Mahomes went later in the draft. He wasn't a generational talent.
You gonna say it's
was-
like Tom
was-
Brady?
Football or basketball?
It's
Football.
Andrew
Football.
Luck.
Football?
Really? Oh
Andrew
yeah.
Luck going to the
Wait,
Colts.
But what was that one guy who was like, he was on the football team for, it was the 49ers and the Chiefs?
Which one?
Which one?
Who
team?
lost?
The
49ers.
49ers lost.
He was on the 49ers, and his,
Brock
dad went
Purdy?
to the,
You talking about Brock Purdy?
man, I don't know.
The
He's-
quarterback?
Anna Frey's dad or whatever.
Yeah, his dad went to the
Oh, you
whatever.
talking about Mac? I mean,
No, she's talking
McCaffrey?
about Brock Purdy.
You talking about Brock Purdy?
Let's just go with Yak.
Brock Purdy was not a generational talent.
But didn't his dad go to the NFL?
That doesn't.
Did Purdy?
That's-
He had a whole interview about how he can't wait to live up to his dad's legacy, and the only reason I remember was because I was
No, you're
rooting for
talking
him
about
'cause
Christian
that
McCaffrey.
sob story.
You're talking about Christian
Yeah.
McCaffrey, the running
Oh.
back.
Purdy's
Oh, my
dad played baseball at the University of Miami.
Because Christian
and in the
McCaffrey-
minor leagues.
Yeah. Christian
Probably,
McCaffrey's
he made the
dad
minor
was an
leagues.
all-pro wide receiver for Denver, right? Ed McCaffrey?
I have no idea.
Yeah. I'm 99%
I know
sure
basketball
it's-
history,
it's-
not football history.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Denver. But Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant, which means you're literally the last pick in the draft.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was Andrew Luck. When Andrew Luck came out of Stanford, everybody said, he was the next coming. He was a generational talent. And he did for the most part. He did live up to it for the most part. But he's the last one I can think of.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna get Caleb Williams for sure, but I don't know if they'll get Roma Dunze. Is that how you say that?
Yeah, Roma Dunze. Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at the. I'm looking at the mock draft for them, and then, I mean, the number 75 pick isn't really a huge deal, but I don't know. I was looking for a full mock draft, but I couldn't find one that I'm not paying $11 to look
Yeah.
at it one time
That's what I was looking at too.
on ESPN. But
Yeah.
I feel like the Bears will do okay next season if they can really develop Caleb when they get him.
Mhm.
They'll be okay, but
Yeah.
You think Jaden Daniels will go second too, like right after
I
him?
think the Washington Commanders will probably take him.
I think it's going to be Daniels.
Well, it's him or May, right?
Yeah, people have kind of cooled off on May a little bit.
They still have him going as third to the
Yeah.
Patriots.
To the Patriots.
They need it. Yeah, they need something, even if it's just to trade him. They've been having a rough. I mean, Mark's gonna get mad at me.
Drake
Actually.
May, mark my words, Drake May is going to be Mac Jones all over again.
Okay, that's in a good or a bad way. Okay. Yeah, well, since Tom Brady left, basically. I mean, they've been doing all right. They've had like 500 seasons, right, over the past couple of years. Like, not good, but I mean, when you lose the goat,
New coach now. So.
Yeah.
who knows?
Is he gone forever? Like, is he retired?
Who?
Tom Brady.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah, the other
I thought you were
day
talking about
he
the
said
coach.
He'd be open to coming back, but I don't know.
How? Isn't he like
Are you kidding
Coming
me?
back for his
47?
second time.
Older than 40.
Yeah, people will still
older
sign
than
him.
I guess so.
At that point,
that's
people will
just, like,
sign him just
scary.
because he brings in fans, you know.
What do you think about Marvin Harrison Jr.? You think he'll do well when he gets drafted? Sheesh. That's like MJ
That's
coming back
insane.
right now.
Who'd you ask who you think?
Marvin Harrison Jr. He'll go to the Chargers most
Yeah.
likely.
I don't know.
You know,
And then it looks like the Cardinals might take Roma Dinza.
Yeah.
Yeah, they keep going back and forth with Bears and Cardinals as to who's going to take them.
I mean, I think Marvin Harrison though he would fit in good with like the Chargers dynamic, you know.
Who's the QB for the Chargers?
Herbert.
Yeah.
Oh, Justin
Justin Herbert.
Doesn't Ethan like love Justin Herbert? I think he loves his play style.
If I remember correctly, yes.
But let's go back to basketball a little bit. Let's talk about Caitlin Clark, who just like a month ago had a 3-point contest with Steph Curry because they were like, "Oh my gosh, she's the best 3-point
Yeah,
shooter
I
of all
remember
time."
that. It
She
was all
lost
over.
obviously because it's
But
Steph
she still
Curry.
like held her own.
Steph Curry's she didn't do terrible, but like Steph Curry's the greatest shooter of all time. You're
Yeah.
usually not going to win that. But like right now, she just signed her not rookie. What is it? Her rookie contract?
Really?
I didn't know you could do that in the WNBA. So her rookie contract is a 4-year deal with, oh my gosh, who'd she go to?
I'm not sure.
The Fever? Oh I bet Ethan is livid. Or not livid, I bet he's happy. My bad, I got the wrong word, but I bet he's He went home and he celebrated.
Did you see? I just saw it this morning. The video of her teammates, new teammates, were actually watching in the stadium when she got drafted, and they lost their minds.
Really?
And I'm like, walking into that as a rookie.
Oh,
when
yeah.
You've got video of
She
your
has so
incoming
much.
teammates losing their minds over you. That's insane.
Yeah.
She might get a big head. Maybe.
Maybe. But I mean, still,
She's-
in for her first 2 seasons in the league though, she's being paid under 80K.
And then when it jumps over to like 120,000 for the
Ooh,
last.
big jump.
Yeah, ooh.
Yeah,
Maybe
well,
a senior
Think
VP
it-
position.
Just put
like
that into perspective in the fact that she is literally, as we speak, changing
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
WNBA.
Yeah, and like
she's
just-
already probably she will be the GOAT within like 5 years probably.
Yeah, she's literally changing the WNBA. They're already negotiating a new contract
with the NBA because
broadcast
they're a
rights.
subsidized league, right?
and
Yeah.
that's just crazy to think about. And then you see that number, and you're just like, it doesn't add
And
up.
so take Brian Scalabrine. I don't know if you remember who
yeah,
who he
yeah, the
was.
White Mamba.
Yes, he was one of the worst players that they said in the NBA.
He was pretty bad.
He made what she's going to make for her first full year, changing the WNBA. He made that actually more
In less than a year.
than one game.
That
Just think about that for a minute.
just does not.
Caitlin Clark was just on SNL, right? And then who's
Yeah.
the blonde?
Oh, yeah.
Paige Buckyers.
Oh, Paige
Paige?
Bookers?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's big too right now.
Yeah,
They're all
she's
over my
staying one
For You
more year.
page.
She'll be at UConn for one more year.
Yeah. What was I gonna
Because
say?
The
she-
Huskies.
Blown out her knee twice.
And my friend's dad, who's probably the most how do I say this?
Yeah, how do you say
guy?
this nicely?
Yeah, how do I say this? Doesn't like women.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hey,
He's
that's
just like me.
He was screaming at the TV when Caitlin Clark was on. Like he was so into it, and I was like, what the?
No, like literally, they might make, because I don't think the WNBA has ever gone positive in terms of revenue, but
No,
this
they
might be
haven't.
the first year they actually go positive.
Clark's jersey's
Exactly.
already sold out. It
Yeah.
sold out literally in 24 hours. The Fever got smart when Caitlin Clark announced, the very next day, they put out a thing that didn't say Caitlin Clark, but it said WNBA Draft and gave the day and then gave season ticket number at the bottom. They were genius. Their number, they've already, as far as I understand, they've sold out quite a few games already.
Wow.
And that doesn't happen.
And the Fever were already doing pretty well, too. Well, obviously not last year.
WNBA.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, wow. That's awesome, though. Like,
Yeah.
Think she'll be the next person in the WNBA to get a dunk?
No.
yeah.
She is not.
How tall is she?
Like 6'3", right? I think.
Is she that tall? No.
All I'm saying is the shortest.
She's 6 foot.
person in the WNBA to ever dunk, I think, was 6'4".
Okay.
You should watch
New record.
You should look up Muggsy Bogues.
the Her Weekend update was so funny on SNL, but it
It
was.
was.
Yeah. Okay. You watched
It was.
And
No, that was pretty
Angel Reese is really big right now as well. I've heard a lot about her lately.
Oh, my cousin texted me and she was like, Quinn, her boyfriend. She was like, he said you look just like a white Angel Reese, and I was like, what? I was like the devil looking like white angels. Like I thought, no, he was talking about Angel Reese, and I was so confused. But anyways, I guess he claims we have the same mannerisms.
The same mannerisms.
But then also that's another guy who's like big into like manly sports and is watching women's basketball.
Yeah, no, but that's good though. It's
yeah.
fine. No, it's great.
Ethan.
Represent.
Ethan says Fever have been. Oh crap! I lost it.
He's gonna
so
say Fever have
lost.
been
Fever
garbage.
have been bad for years, since Catchings era. That was when they had Tamika Catchings.
Was that like 20?
No way Ethan's still
That's
watching.
gonna be
Was it-
well, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it was
Catchings
like-
went to.
Ethan
think
actually
Catchings went
does
to
support
Chicago
the WNBA,
for a while.
which is kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Kind of surprising.
It's just I don't know.
that's
it
a
doesn't
bit-
seem like-
What I think is comical about the WNBA, first off, we're sitting here talking about the WNBA draft, which flat out tells you how much she's changing the game.
Right.
But think about it for a minute. Do you remember what one of the big
God,
stories
it's so
in
hot.
the NCAA women's tournament was the fight between South Carolina and
Oh,
LSU.
yeah.
Who won?
LSU.
LSU.
Yep.
No, actually, it was South Carolina.
That makes sense. SoCal.
Yeah, because South Carolina ended up winning the whole thing. But anyways, who was the fight over? Between? Do you remember?
I don't know.
It would be the center from South Carolina and Angel Reese from LSU. The Chicago Sky had two picks like within the first 7 picks. And going number 3, they drafted the center from South Carolina. You know who they drafted number 7?
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese from LSU.
Oh my gosh.
That'll be fun.
Wow.
But anyways,
It's gonna be a good time for them.
UFC and basketball on the same night?
Oh wow.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, it was getting crazy in there. I'm looking at the clip right now. Jeez.
That's insane. You know, I don't know. I don't even know what to think of
I
that.
bet coaches talks are gonna be pretty intense. They'll probably trade one of them realistically.
it'd
because you
be-
can't have them on the same
Look,
team in the same.
I
locker
will
room.
tell you,
Like, you're gonna
I
get
am
stacked.
not impressed with Angel Reese. I've never been impressed with Angel Reese.
Hey, supposedly that's my twin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're locked in.
Well, you're
I
you're
don't
unimpressive.
care what she looks like. I don't think she's that athletic of a player. I just don't.
Are there more women or male coaches in
I think male. I think it's still
kind
male.
of split anymore. It used to be male-dominated coaches, but a lot of it's split now.
Well, didn't we just
Becky
get the
Hammond
first-
is over there too. She's in what, Vegas?
I
She was the one that used to coach with the Spurs.
Didn't the Raptors just get a female head coach? Like that's the first female head coach
that
ever
might have been
in the
them.
NBA. Wow,
Yeah.
that's I feel like I just
Also, we missed over a comment because Mr. Harbaugh said Suns forever. So I just want to put that out there.
really. He's a Suns fan.
He's a huge Suns fan.
Oh,
and
my
he's also a
goodness.
Diamondbacks fan.
The Suns suck. They've been doing so bad lately,
Looks like, see, that's what they're.
and they have such no. They're no. All right, let me
Now,
rephrase that.
luckily,
Their
there's a minute
GM,
and a half delay, so we won't hear that for about another minute.
their GM,
We'll watch and see his reaction.
their GM makes me so mad because what is he doing? Like, he trades for KD, and he gets rid of a lot of value, but not really. He is just getting rid of defensive players. I mean, Mikal Bridges, the Nets are done. They're done for. Shut up. They're not doing anything. They have Mikal Bridges and what, like Jamal something?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
And they have not Cam Reddish. Oh my gosh, Cameron something. He was going crazy for a little bit. Yeah, no, I saw him peek over. I think I'm done for after this. I'm kicked out of the class.
Heard you.
But the Suns GM has just made me so mad. I mean, he signed Isaiah Thomas, which is great because like I love Isaiah Thomas. Oh no.
My advice is wrap it up before his comment comes on. No, I'm kidding.
Oh goodness.
I did see what Ethan says. I was going to let somebody else say that so I didn't sound conceited.
I don't
but
have
now
the
that you
chat up.
brought it up, he said in big bold letters, Jennings is right.
Oh man.
Leave that part alone.
About what?
How are you still watching?
About what are you
Aren't
right
you
about?
supposed to be in class?
Yeah.
You got some reading, writing, and arithmetic to do.
Locke also says Cam Thomas.
Cam Thomas, that's who it is. Oh my God,
And I have no
generational
idea
talent,
what the
greatest
law
of all
means.
time. Oh my gosh.
But-
All right, yeah, I think that's plenty.
Yeah, that's enough for today, man.
All right,
I'm gonna
well,
have to think about this for a bit.
yeah, thanks, Owen. You didn't.
Of course.
All right, well, that was Out of Bounds for the first time in what, like 4 months.
Long time.
Stella was here as well. Reese was also here. Alana was here. But I'm Jadon Woods.
I'm Owen Heron.
And also Jennings because he was the biggest part of the show probably. But all right, thank you so much for watching, Ethan and everyone else.
Yeah, we probably should be introducing Ethan too.
Yeah.
He's
All right.
so
all right.
much-
Yeah. See y'all later. Have a good day.
Yep. See you guys.
It is so hot in here.
I know.
It's like